let me tell you what Rico is. I love baseball. Okay. And there was an era in baseball where baseball was like, all the games were like 1-0, 2-0, and everybody stopped going to games. And then everybody started shooting up steroids. And everybody was just hitting home runs out of the freaking park.
My man, Mark McGwire.
Exactly. It made baseball easier. It made hitting a baseball easier. It just did. All of a sudden, no one can get to 61 home runs. Now 61 was bullshit. Everybody was just like getting close, and then bam. That's what Rico is. Rico is for the weak-leg prosecutor that's scared of losing because they know it makes things easier, because you don't have to prove those offenses. You just have to show a pattern of behavior. And so Rico to a prosecutor is steroids to a baseball player in the 90s. It just makes their job easier. And so then you combine that with this crazy madness template in Fulton County, Georgia, right? I mean, the same template. If you took YFN, YSL, the former President of the United States, and 3 other indictments I can show you right now, and just laid them down next to one another, it's the same thing.
You mean the current president?
Right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Back at that time, when the indictment, 45 and 47. But
45,
at the time the indictment came down, he was a former president. Right?
Exactly.
You're exactly right. If you took them down and you laid them down side by side, they're all the same. It's the same template. And that template is what took forever to try a case. And it just it just drags on and it drones on. And the reason why, at least in the music industry, it is such bullshit and so unfair, look at some of those overt acts. Right? A picture. I mean, it would be literally a picture at a gas station. Okay? Like I have them, of clients. So a client goes to their old neighborhood, takes a picture, and now they're going back there. And the Instagram picture is an overt act to support a RICO allegation. And so these predicate acts are what take so long, and why you have these cases that take 6 months, 9 months, a year to try.
That's the interesting thing. And I read a whole bunch on it, but I watched a bunch of YouTube videos. The overt acts, which I think this is such a clever way, and you're right, this definitely helps the prosecutor. So the overt acts aren't even crimes themselves. It's like, well, the reason why he went to the store is because he was getting a supply for the crime, right? Going to the store isn't a crime, but if you claim it's a conspiracy, going to the store to get the items for the crime, it's an overt act. And at that point, you can kind of make up anything, right? Hey, well, if someone booked some flights for his homies to go to somewhere, right? Or if some flights are booked, you could be like, well, they booked it for the murder. No. These guys follow him around everywhere. They go on vacation together. They go to the studio together. But it's up to the interpretation. How do you fight it as a criminal defense attorney?
Well, first of all, let me just say this. It's not even going to the store to buy anything. It's just a picture of you being at the store.
Hell yeah.
You're at the store that's in a neighborhood that you shouldn't be in, because apparently a prosecutor that's sitting in their office has decided that act can't be in that neighborhood. So they make it an overt act. And what you got to do is you got to take it on, and you got to take it head on. And you have to, that's why, to be in these cases in the very, very beginning is so important, because you have to go after all that, and you have to tell whatever judge you're in front of, like, look, we need to take the scalpel to these cases. And then what they'll do, and this is what Fulton County did, is they'll just list 500 witnesses. 80 to 90% of them, they never even interviewed.
Hey, I was watching the case, and they played one of my videos, and the prosecutor said, according to the DJ Academics video, and then the judge said, well, we're not going to use this unless you get DJ Academics in here. And the prosecutor was mulling it over, and I'm thinking, what the hell? No one's ever contacted me about this. You guys are using bloggers. This is crazy, right?
Yeah, you're exactly right. And so we look at some of these cases, and because we represent so many of these people, I'll call them up, and I'll call up somebody famous and go, you're on a witness list? Like, what are you talking about? And so
they tried to do it to put Lucci's name as a witness, like he agreed on YSL's case. And I think you did a great job of clearing that up. You knocked it out of the park. You said, fuck out of here.
Exactly. And there were other people on there. I don't even want to say their names. But there were other people on their case and on our case. And there was no way. No one ever contacted us. I mean, here, I'm Drew Finland. Reach out to me. You want to call me? You want to talk to me? Nobody ever called me. I said that over and over again in interviews. I haven't heard from anybody. But if you're going to call, here's your answer. He's not testifying now or ever. But that's what they do. And it just takes up so much time.